Hi there, how are you? I hope you're well. Let me see what messages I've got for you today. Very general. Let's just go general. I'm hearing go general, Keeley. Messages. Betrayal. Okay, someone betrayed you in love. Okay, now their values. When you met this person, what I'm hearing is that their values were this. You thought they had the same values as you. Say, for example, you're both animal lovers, okay? But you found out this person has completely different values. They were also very manipulative and played mind games, okay? They came on strong when you met this person, very loving, very kind, very caring. And then it's almost like they had a change of heart. Have they ghosted you, blocked you? I feel someone's been blocked, ghosted, and there is absolutely no contact, okay? But very different values. You know, you thought they were somebody and they turned out to be somebody completely different. It shocked you, okay? Yeah, it shocked you. Bottom of the deck. What you didn't realise when you met this person was that they are very controlling and very dogmatic. Okay, they put on the act for a while though. They put on the act for a while. So let's see why this is coming out. Are they going to come back in? Or is it really just a confirmation energy that I'm channeling today that's telling you to keep going, and that, yeah, you were right, especially if you were gaslit. Okay, so we'll keep going. I shall get this deck out and see what's going on. But just while I shuffle, like I said, I hope you're okay. I really do. Especially you're betrayed. It's horrible, isn't it? It just cuts right to the core when someone betrays you. But I'm hearing to say you didn't deserve it. Okay, you really didn't deserve it. I feel somebody told you it was your fault, but you didn't deserve it. Okay, let's get that straight right from the get-go. Just while I'm shuffling though, if you would like a reading, just click on the title of this video. The links are below in the description box, and everything's on the website, including the free relationship report. Go check that out as well. And thank you for watching. If you're new here and you want to see more content, please hit the notification bell. That would be lovely. And I do read all of your comments. Every one of them. You're so kind. You leave some really kind comments, and I know some of you are going through so much at the moment. Righty ho, this person is a selfish ass. Okay, they're a time waster. Everything they start, they don't finish. They come across as they have all the answers. Follow me, I know what I'm doing, blah 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 blah. Okay, but they haven't. And I feel for you, you just felt like you really wasted your time and your energy on this person. It got to a point when they weren't really paying you much attention, and I think you always felt like you were just being juggled. Okay, at some point in the relationship, probably towards the end, they no effort. They put in very, very little effort, okay? This person is selfish. It's all about them. I feel they are a social climber, and as long as everything is going their way, as long as you were doing what they wanted, supporting them, whatever it was, their career, their life, whatever you were the one supporting them. But you know, and I think you knew this, there was always a part of them they kept hidden, okay? There was always a part of them they kept hidden, and they were only happy when they were the centre of attention. Now, this doesn't mean to say they had to be a massive extrovert. They could have been. But it's that energy of somebody who, say it's your birthday, okay, it's your birthday. You probably don't get many presents, or they don't acknowledge it. Or, to be honest, they will try and ruin your birthday. Ignore that noise, it's one of my cats again. They'll just try and ruin it, okay? they don't want anybody else to be happy. They get really, really jealous. They're like a spoilt child, okay? But there was just a lack of effort. There was always delays. Everything was always a delay. You know, they just are not a really very nice person. Okay, not a very nice person. And I feel these messages are coming out today because it's a clarification for you. Okay, because if somebody has done the thought manipulation on you, first card out, it's not always very easy to get your mind back into some sort of order. Because it's like learning, you always use this as an example, like learning your times tables. If somebody tells you that 2 times 2 is 4, and you go and you sit and you learn them, you get to a point and you can recite them without thinking. Somebody gaslights you, manipulates your thoughts, or messes around with your head. It takes time, okay? Let's have a look at this person's environment at the moment. They've got a lot of delays and problems. They're a very deceitful person. They could have grey hair. They definitely have mood swings, and it could be somebody who used to smoke or vape. Central energy. Yeah, they went off for a new beginning. They go through their life like they're catching butterflies, okay? It's almost like they saw you and wanted you in their net. Yeah, they come across as very happy-go-lucky. They could like gambling as well, but they're a very superficial person. They're great at the start. They might have kept it up for a few years, but they're very, very superficial, okay, very deceitful, yeah. Always looking for other options. Once the initial excitement's worn off, or say you've got issues in your life, and you need some support, you won't see them for dust, okay? And if you do need support, they make you feel like you're in the way or you're a burden, okay? So yeah, they're off. Yeah, the fox. They are, so we've got clouds and fox. They're very deceptive, very selfish, very sneaky. But the way they come across when you first meet them is a very happy-go-lucky person, somebody who's fun, somebody who's willing to take risks. Maybe they said, let's go travelling. Maybe they offered you something really different. Like you felt like you were living again when you met this person. That's what I'm getting. But they're always looking for the next new thing, okay? There is a strong possibility with this betrayal and this crossroads with the child here and the fox and the clouds that they were talking to other people. If you are wondering if you think that they were in a third-party relationship, looking at this, and that is your key card today, I would say they probably were, okay? Let's just move that across. What else have we got? Yeah. Everything they do brings chaos. They don't care, okay? You know, they're always looking for the grass is greener. With you, I can see they made a decision about another route to take, okay? They had 2 paths to choose from and they took the other one that didn't include you. They were very deceptive and clever about how they were going to do this. I feel they had planned it. They have moved into another property. It could be a family property. They could be in the countryside somewhere or near to fields, or they're close to family, or they're wrapped up in some family net. However, they are not happy again, and I see them on the move. But I think this person's always going to be confused, okay? Some people are never happy, unfortunately. Some people are never happy. Let's see what you should do. I don't think we need a card. You should just keep working on yourself, knowing your own self-worth, and just how amazing you are. Yeah, you're being what you could get a message in here from this person. Again, this page of wands for me is the happy-go-lucky page. For me, this is always the happy-go-lucky message. It's someone who is very, very optimistic, impulsive, but on the downside, they just so restless. They don't really care about anything but their own excitement. Okay, so with you, I feel that you are going to get this message at some point from this person, but what you're being asked to do is this, the Eight of Cups. That's what's clarifying it. Keep walking. Just keep walking, okay? There's two sides to this person's energy, but you don't need me to tell you that. You know that today. I know you know it. Just keep walking. It's been a challenge. It is a challenge, okay? But this person is incapable, I feel. I'm hearing the words of being faithful. Now, that doesn't mean love, but being faithful to a situation. They're a restless person. I feel they're always going to be on the move. And I don't feel that they're good enough for you. Okay? It's not that you weren't enough. Okay, they weren't enough. Or it's not that you were too much. They weren't enough. All right. I know that you're on your way to something better. All right. That's what the message I feel today is a clarification. You were right, okay? Whatever lies your ex has told you, they still could be telling you. They could still be manipulating you. This message is for you to say yes, you are right and you are doing the right thing. Okay, most definitely doing the right thing. Let me see what else is coming in for you, because you're heading up that path to something new. Past love. Yeah, well, I did feel, there you go, I'll just let you have a look at that. Yeah, that's what this is. The page. Okay, as if nothing's happened. You know, it's a, hi, I'm here, how have you been? Do you want to go out for a drink? Kind of energy, okay? But that was clarified by that. So you do have the past coming back in, but you also, that's the only card that says it in this deck, you also have a new love. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You're being asked to go on more dates. Yeah, I heard dating, and there it is. You're being asked to go on more dates, okay? Get yourself out there if you can, or if not, online. But there is somebody else in your energy. And the further you keep walking away from this, and please remember, this was never you. Okay? They are doing, I can see with the clouds here and the stork, okay, that they're not happy where they are. All right? They're looking at moving away from where they have got their feet. So wherever they're living, or whatever relationship they're in, they're looking at moving away from it. And these three are in the future, these cards. So there is the fox there as well. So they are looking at some deceptive, selfish way of doing it. You've got somebody else. Somebody else is in your energy. Mature. Okay, it's the male card, but I'd read that either way, however you identify, but it's somebody mature, okay, but also a mature energy. They're not like this. You know, this card for me, Three of Pentacles in reverse in love for me, my favourite expression, it's just like an unfinished building site. It never gets finished. Never ever gets past probably 3 bricks up. It just goes on and on and on. And, you know, the person you were connected into in the past, unfinished projects, unfinished commitments, or broken promises, all right? Always juggling something else. Attention here, there, and absolutely everywhere, which is this. Okay, so yeah, we've got somebody older. You might meet this person at work, or it could be somebody you know who knows them through their work. It might not be your own work, you might have retired. Or it could be somebody you meet who has retired but had a successful career. Okay, you're going to have a love triangle. No surprise there, because we know that. We've got that. And then this, I keep going back to it, but this is your ex coming back in. And this is what Spirit's telling you to do. Okay. You know, run to the hills, run to the hills. So you have got somebody else coming in who's mature, stable, and takes life more seriously. Not boring. Okay, not boring. Your ex was happy-go-lucky until they weren't. Okay, until they weren't, they were happy-go-lucky. So let's see what else we can find out about the new person. Anything else on the new person? Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. 9 of Wands, 2 of Cups. So 9 of Wands first. Yeah, you are going to be a little bit guarded to start with. You've had past hurts, okay? You're going to have a little bit of a wall around you. Understandable. This person isn't going to rush you, okay? They're going to wait for you. But the card that clarifies it is the 2 of Cups. You're going to be so happy. You've got a new friend coming in, soulmate. You know, I'm not a big one on labels, but somebody that you see eye to eye with, that you are going to really be very, very happy with, okay? But you've got this triangle with the ex. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? We're really into the details today. Let's nail it. What are they going to do? Oh, right. They're going to embody like the King of Swords energy or Queen of Swords energy, depending. So yeah, they're going to be really spiteful, gossipy, malicious. They're going to try and put you down. When they realise that the same games they played with you before, the manipulation. Or did they frighten you? Yeah, that's another favourite, isn't it? When people will try and frighten you. It's not going to work this time. So when they can't get their own way and they were literally, the whole of that ego crap collapses, they are going to become quite gossipy. They might try and spread malicious lies about you and gossip to you, to other people. I wouldn't worry about that. Just ignore them, let them. And, you know, the people that believe that, and this is actually quite true, I think, anybody who hasn't heard your side of the story, okay, and believes a load of gossip about you, was probably never for you anyway. That, if you look at that way sometimes, that really does clear the wheat from the chaff, as they say. Okay, so anybody who's going to listen to your ex's gossip, lies and all the rest of it, because we know what they've been doing, it's the first card out, then they probably weren't interested in hearing what you had to say anyway. Yeah, and that's clarified by the Knight of Swords. How pleasant. The Knight of Swords can be a toxic ex from the past. Somebody who's blunt, rushes in, doesn't have a plan. Their truth is the only truth, okay? Don't worry. You've got this, okay? You've got this. Yeah. Ignore the obstacles. Just concentrate on your happiness, all right? In your dreams. Your dreams. When somebody's manipulated you for like a while, you really don't feel that you're worthy of anything, okay? But you are worthy. Remember, you are amazing, okay? You are amazing. Empty, shallow people are manipulators, and they will steal your energy, and they will steal your light and steal your goodness. And in a nutshell, when they've done all of that, then they'll call you crazy. Okay, don't worry. Let them get on with it. Yeah, they're going to come back in because they won't want you to be happy, because I don't feel they ever really did. Okay, but that's not your problem. That's not your issue. You can't heal everybody. Your only concern now is you. No is a complete sentence. Boundaries are fine. If people don't like you, let them walk. Okay, because I promise